Hey, okay, it's day 37 of my juice fast. All I can say at this point right now is, and I can't describe it to you on any other term than just to tell you flat out that I feel broken. Okay, now let me explain that. Not totally broken like I want to be, but just feel broken. And just let me explain here. I'm probably going to lose some of my train of thought. I apologize. Okay, I'm not sad. I'm not dispirited. I'm not giving up. Nothing of the sort at all. I just, on the way home from work, I just started thinking, how I want to be broken and I don't want to be surrendered. And, I don't know if it was the Lord talking to me or what it was, but I just, in my head, I just was thinking, and in my heart, I was just thinking, I'm feeling broken, or closer to broken than I am to surrendered. And when the two meet, when broken meets surrendered, and it's pure, and it's for real, okay? Because anybody can do a fast, anybody. But if you're not trying to change something other than your weight, then that's all you're going to do is lose weight. But what about baggage? What about mental baggage? What about emotional baggage? What about things in your life that you're trying to get rid of? Things in your life you're trying to control. Well, fasting is a good way to do that. You're showing yourself that you have enough self-control not to go out and buy yourself a hamburger or French fries. As a matter of fact, it's starting to repulse me when I look at it. Not saying I'm ever going to be, like that totally, but if you can do that, then why not change some of the other things in your life that you're looking to change? Like maybe your attitude. People have noticed my attitude has gotten really better. I always have a pretty good positive attitude, but now it's even more positive. So being broken physically just means that yes, you're getting rid of all the garbage, all the bad foods that you've eaten, maybe the alcohol or the drugs that you've taken over the years. All that stuff stays in you on a cellular level. And then the spiritual side is being wholly surrendered, okay? There's a song that says, sweetly broken, wholly surrendered. And that's what I'm striving to be. I want to be broken, but I want to be surrendered. And I can't describe it any other than it's almost in a way, it's like a torture, okay? But not an ungodly torture, with whips and chains and stuff, but you're breaking your body down. And when your body gets broken down, your spirit gets broken down. And when your spirit gets broken down, check it out. God can work with you, okay? He can take all those little things that you've just been holding on to for so long, and your physical body and your physical mind is being broken so that he can come in and start tweaking, start doing those little things. My wife had a vision a long time ago when we were still, heavy into partying, and she saw God come down and put his finger, go like this on my head, okay? And then on my leg, because I have nerve damage and stuff. And she said that God just told her, this is the last thing to go, is that leg thing. Okay, so, but that's kind of what God wants to do. And I told you I wouldn't get all spiritual on you, but you know what? That's who I am. And I ain't trying to preach at you. I'm just saying that God needs a vessel that he can use. And if it means fasting for 40 days, 50 days, 60 days, 90 days, and praying, and it'll bring you to your knees, I promise you. Okay? It'll bring you to your knees. I get to these points where I'm just like, I can't do it anymore, But if you can prove to yourself that you can maintain and just trust God, and you can prove to yourself that you can overcome something like food and the hold it has on your body, and that your belly is no longer your God, okay? God can work with that. So what I'm trying to do, and I'm not trying to physically do it. I know God's got to do all the work, okay? Don't be mistaken. You can't do any of this on your own. You have to trust on God. I'm going to say higher power or whatever. Okay, that's fine. But it's just about overcoming. And everything else in your life is going to overcome. Okay, you'll be able to overcome everything. Attitudes, pornography, your television show that you can't live without. I spend less time in front of the TV than I ever have, I think, in 20 years. I'm busy doing something all the time. I'm off for the rest of the week, but I'm busy, okay? So you have to just understand that what I'm doing is I'm trying to break Devman in half. I'm letting God do that, okay? I'm letting him break me. And this is just my way of showing God that I trust him to do that, okay? So, all right. Now let's get on to some facts about juicing, okay? The big question I get from doctors that I talk to, because I work around doctors, what are you doing for protein? What are you doing for protein? Okay, listen, it's not that they don't know what they're talking about, but they've been taught something, like I've said in past videos, that may or may not, actually it's not true, it's been proven. There were diets back in the 70s and 80s. My mom was into Shaklee, and that was the protein. Hey, you gotta have protein, you gotta have protein. Well, guess what? These people went to a high protein diet, fasted, and just drank the protein shakes. What happens is protein it causes urea to build up in your kidneys, okay? And then when the urea builds up in your kidneys, you can get septic, is what they call it. We used to do lactic acids on people that had kidney problems, and they are like out of their mind crazy. You can't even hold them down to draw their blood barely, okay? And that's because their kidneys had so much urea built up in there. The reason that happens is because your blood gets acidic. When your blood gets acidic, what happens there is it starts to break down your heart, okay? Your blood goes everywhere, to your heart, to your lungs, your pancreas, everything, your liver, okay? When you're doing a juice fast, your liver works harder at pumping those toxins out, and it gets clean. Your kidneys get clean. Don't worry about that protein thing, okay? You have enough fat on your body that's got enough protein in it to sustain you, trust me, okay? If you only got 10 or 20 pounds to lose, maybe a 40-day fast isn't for you, but I'm going to hit day 40. I guarantee it. I'm looking right in the camera to the rest of the whole world that I will make day 40. And then beyond that, I'll make day 50, and I'll make day 60. Until I'm totally broken and wholly surrendered to my God, and have gotten rid of this physical baggage and all the other mental baggage, emotional baggage, things of the past, you start to overcome that too. Do you see where I'm going? You get the body straightened up, and you're going to get your mind straightened up. You get your mind straightened up, you're going to get your heart straightened up. You get your heart straightened up, there's no telling what you can and cannot do. Have a good night.